I'm Mr. Adams. I teach you stuff. This year I'm going to teach you world history. So why is it important to study world history? Students love to ask their teachers this question. When am I ever going to need to know this in my life? And I think this is a great question to ask. And, as it turns out, I have a really good answer for that question. One of humanity's greatest qualities is our curiosity. If you've ever spent much time with a young child, you'll notice that one of their favorite words is why. I believe we all want to understand the world we live in. And it turns out the answer to why things are the way they are now is held in the past. Studying world history gives us a greater understanding of our present and can allow us to make better and more informed decisions to shape our future. So yeah, studying history is kind of important. Because world history includes, everything that's ever happened in the world ever, and we only have about 180 days together, I'm going to have to leave some stuff out. This is what we call a survey course. Our goal is not to talk about everything, which would be impossible, but to leave you with a framework of the big ideas. Then, as you encounter information from books, movies, TV shows, the news, internet memes, video games, or wherever, you'll have a reference point that allows you to make more sense of the information and how it fits into its place in history. To do this, we're going to break down world history into 11 periods. And understand that this is just one way to break down the history of the world. There are other ideas on how to group periods of history, and they're just as valid. The first 4 periods you covered in 6th grade, but since it's been a few years and there's some information from these periods that we will need to understand for the later periods, I think it's well worth our time to review them. For each period, we'll start with a thesis statement, the main idea of what I want you to know from this period. We'll spend our time in the unit looking at evidence from primary and secondary sources that support and give details to our thesis statement. At the end of each unit, you should be able to defend the thesis statement using specific and concrete facts. You will be conducting a research project. I think it's important that we connect the material that we are learning to something you're interested in and passionate about. I want you to think of a topic or interest that you have, something that you enjoy talking about or doing. This will be the focus of your research this year. You will research the developments of this topic as related to each historical time period in our thesis statement, and then deliver a report at the end of each unit. I know this sounds like a big task, but I'll be here to help and direct you with your research. I know this year is going to look and feel different from previous years. We're all going to have to adjust how we do things, but I'm committed to make sure that y'all receive the education that you deserve.